the old school look of the first generation Super Sport fairing, and it's a round, a bulbous shape, and I like that. It's how motorcycles were when I was getting into motorcycles in the 80s. So I was looking at the lines of the tail section, and it's a point, and it's kind of flat on the top. It's very flat. So it's a modern shape in the back, and it's a round shape in the front. So I want to match them. So I bought a second tail piece, and what I'm gonna do is foam and glass it. And what I'm gonna do is build this up and then trim it, and I'm gonna make it round and then come down there, and it's gonna be right to about here, and it's all gonna be smooth. It's not gonna have these lines in it, and what I'm trying to do is getting it to match the front of the bike. So this is what the bike looks like with the tail piece off. It's an actual seat that some poor soul can sit on and torture themselves, and it really doesn't look that comfortable. But so this is the tail piece that I got, and wasn't too bad on eBay. It's a brand new production, and this is the one that I'm going to sacrifice to make the new part. And if I ever want to go back to the way it looked, all I got to do is just do the 2 bolts, and it'll slide right off. So here is the project one that I put on. Those are sharp stripes. I could incorporate that into a new paint job in the future. But and the reason I bought a second one is that during this project, I do not need to put my bike out of service. So that's nice for a change. So what I think I'm gonna do is rough it up with heavy grit sandpaper so that the foam will get the maximum adhesion. And then I'm going to tape off the edges, and I'll probably use aluminum tape so I can shape it to keep hard edge lines. And then what I need to do is just build it up with foam and let it dry for about a day or so. And then I can start shaping the foam. And then once I get the foam to the way I want it, I can start fiberglassing over the foam, and you will never know that it's homemade. So here I am, just lightly going over the paint with 120 grit sandpaper that I had laying around, and I'm just taking the shine off of it, and this is going to allow the foam to stick. which is what you want because you don't want to be going down the road on the freeway one day and starting to come up. No, no, no. We're not gonna do that. Okay, so here is the aluminum tape edge that I did around. I'm outside. This stuff is very horrible to work with. Bad fumes, flammable. If it gets on your clothes, it ruins them. If it gets on your hands, you can't wash it off and you have to let it wear off. So don't smoke when you do this. Not a good idea. So here it is. It's a Big Gap Filler hardware store. Expands up to 3 inches. So this is going to take a while. We will be back. This is a sneak peek of one of the upcoming episodes. What the heck is this? Stay tuned. Okay, so here is the tail section blank. That's a good name for it, a blank. And I wanted to get it thick. It may have got a little thicker than I needed to, but that's okay. Foam is cheap, foam is light. It's easy to work with. I will cut it down. So here I am doing like the third go over. I found some low spots and I'm adding them. So I used 2 different brands of foam there, so that's the different colors. And easy to spot. The yellow stuff is better. If you're gonna do something like this, great stuff, window and door. This is an awesome product. It's more expensive than the others, but it really it expands better, it cuts better. Everything about it, I like it better, except the price. So I'm just gonna go after it and keep building it up, measuring it, and then I'm gonna glass it. I'm gonna try to finish it in 2 weeks. So here you can see how I'm going over it again and again. There was like a air bubble, I added that. Slight low spot, I added that. Same here. And I just keep going over it best I can. Good tool is a bread knife, and you can just fillet little by little, and then you take the rasp and finish it up. And once you get it as close as you possibly can, then then I can start the fiberglass. And I think this is going to be a 2-parter episode. It's just taking too long to put out to the completion. So I think this weekend I'm gonna complete part 1, and that way I'll be able to go, I'll go over fiberglassing and body work and paint and everything with this. But yeah, this is gonna be pretty cool when it's done. So here I want to show you something, how to use a caliper. So the foam from a fixed position is this much, but on this side it's not. So that tells me that I have to remove a little bit more off of this side to match that side. So, helpful hint. Okay, so this is the profile of the stock one, flat. I'll swap them out real quick. Isn't that a good profile? Has the same shape as the front of the bike. This is how bikes used to be in the mid 70s to late 80s. Cutting edge technology. So I'm satisfied with where the foam is right now. So what I'm gonna do is fiberglass it this weekend, and I'll post what I've done up to this point as episode 1, and I will have an episode 2 which will show the fiberglassing, the body work, and the paint. And then because it's just going to be too long time wise, not video length wise. Yeah, that's going to look good. Well, thanks for tuning in to Ducati Workshop, and stay tuned for episode 2.